It's a beautiful day on this hollow earth, deep inside this simulation. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my cousin? Good morning, everybody, all around this hollow globe. Time for another shrimp for breakfast, the most important meal of the day. We getting started with the packs too. We getting started with a strong cup of black coffee. You know what I'm saying? Got the homegrown, got the home brew. Shout out to you for showing up for another shrimp for breakfast. It's glorious. It's gonna fill your creative spirit up, right? All praise to the Most High, the art gods, the gods of creativity, from which all inspiration flows and to which all inspiration flows, the greatest cycle in existence. We here to give glory to the art gods. And don't forget it. Don't get it twisted! Whoa, we getting hyped on this Monday morning. Let's go. We're going to have a great week. We are, of course, counting down to the Grammys. 2 weeks from yesterday, we will be at the Grammys. Woo! Of course, going out and seeing if we can bring home the best packaging prize, the best packaging award from the Grammys for the Gravity Falls double vinyl soundtrack artwork that we did. Couldn't be more excited about that. The Grammy outfits are supposed to come today. Look, we got one of the hats already. We got the other hat. We got the pants that we shared in a previous, in the last episode on last week. And couldn't be more excited. Me and Athena are getting fucking hyped to go out to LA, hang with some homies, and hit those Grammys, make some connections, do some business. You know there's going to be a lot of energy going on there, and you know I love that type of energy. It is going to be a historical event for sure. Cannot wait. And of course, don't forget to pre-order that Lost Forest coloring book, dropping 420, technically dropping 416, so you'll have it by 420. If you haven't got a copy yet, only $17 to pre-order at Amazon.com. Well, actually, go to GhostshrimpGlobal.com because we got the links for Amazon, we got the links for Walmart, we got the links for Barnes & Noble, and we're trying to put it on the bestseller list so we can do more of these. Hopefully another one this year, okay? This is a sick project. Let's do some more, right? Dream projects, dream life. Just adding up those Hall of Fame accolades, right? That's the goal. And having fun doing it. Having fun doing it. So we got some more questions. Go over to the YouTube channel and subscribe so you don't miss any of these wonderful videos. And put some questions in the comments, and I'll do my best to answer them. Beautiful outside, but really cold here in Vermont. Well, not really cold. Getting down to zero. It was like sub-zero last night. You know, sometimes it can get -10, -20, -30 here. Sometimes the wind chill can be like -50. That's a little extreme. But actually, anything below like -10 almost feels the same when you go outside. I mean, if the wind's going, it cuts. It just cuts right through you. Cuts you to ribbons. But it's actually one of my favorite times to go outside because everything is so silent. You've never heard the world be so quiet, and you could hear the little layers inside the trees like separating, and they're cracking. They go like, and that's like the only noise in the woods. And it's like, it's always clear when it's that cold. So if you go out and the moon is shining and it's so cold and the snow is reflecting all the light, it's like a spooky daylight out there. It's like a nighttime daylight in the woods, and everything's dead silent. And then you just hear these little trees going go outside, have a little bonfire, go outside, walk around in the woods. There is nothing better than that. The forest in the snow has always my whole life been my favorite place to be, my favorite time of year. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Without a doubt. Me and Judy were running around on the frozen beaver pond. She was riding me around like a horse, like a dad horse yesterday out there, having a good time. Playing in your own forest with your children, nothing better. Had sleepovers over the weekend. Had fun. Back-to-back sleepovers while we're gone. Our kids are sleeping over at their friend's house for the whole trip, so we're having a bunch of warm-up sleepovers. Having a great old time. Nothing better than a sleepover when you're a kid. Woohoo! Video games, you know, watching cartoons, playing with toys, drawing, right? All right, Adam at Adam Seats Illustration 2526. I've been meaning to ask, how does someone sign up for Ghost Fest / Ghost Scouts? Is it something random people like us can sign up for? In the past, people have applied to the Ghost Scouts. We aren't adding to the Ghost Scout roster right now. We could talk more about that. There is a lot to talk about. There is a lot of juicy Ghost Scout stuff to talk about. But yeah, right now we're not adding to the roster. We're kind of letting things settle a little bit, going through some growing pains with the Ghost Scouts. But Ghost Scouts are alive and well. There are so many Ghost Scouts now. There's like 50 plus people who have attended Ghost Scout training camp and spent, you know, a month, 3 weeks here, you know, at a time. Some people have come a lot. And, you know, there's that many different versions, 50 plus different versions of what Ghost Scouts are. And I knew when I started it that there would be like a critical tipping point where once too many people were involved that it was going to start to become something else. There was going to start to kind of fracture up a little bit. And that's kind of happened. And, but yeah, so we're just kind of like taking it back to basics. We are continuing to have events here. Last year's Ghost Fest, there was the most Ghost Scouts that have ever been here at one time. It was dope. There was the most people, period, here that we've ever had. We had like 30 people almost, I think, camping out for 4 nights here for Ghost Fest last year. It was fucking so fun. OG homies from the Pratt era, you know, homies that I'm boys with. Frickin' the most Ghost Scouts we've ever had, you know, workshop alumni, some new homies here. It was absolutely incredible. Just hung out, you know, people were drawing, people were shooting bows and arrows, people were paddling, kayaks around the beaver pond, you know, camping out. We hit that Ghost Fest IPA. We had a little mixer. We had a little movie night. We had party. You know, just super fun. Tromping through the woods, having fun. Some secret rituals up in here, as always. You know how we do it. We have fun with it. But yeah, we're shifting away from like Ghost Scout exclusive events here. Ghost Scouts are always welcome. You know, Ghost Scouts are, you know, they're all my cousins. I love them all. You know, some of them bug me to death. I bug some of them to death. Some of them are my absolute best, you know, in the ranks of my best friends, and some of them have spent, you know, more time here than a lot of my OG friends, and that's the beautiful thing about having a place. You know, my vision with this forest was to, you know, before I ever had it, I was like, if I got a forest and, you know, created a space and invited artists, you know, all my artist friends and new artist friends from all around the world, and had this place that was just being supercharged with creative, imaginative energy, and a place that people can come back and revisit throughout their lives, kind of a space that exists outside of time, right? As we say, another dimension, right? Broadcasting from another dimension. The Ghost Scout National Forest doesn't really exist in the same reality that, you know, it doesn't exist on the same timeline and the same reality as the world around it. It's like, as we used to say, Ghostshrimp Island, it is an island. It's an island here in the forest in time and space, and it is like a protected, sacred, secret art space. And the idea is that you come here, you know, throughout your life and, you know, kind of revisit it and time travel and time capsule. And as you're charging this place with imaginative, creative, collaborative energy, you're also getting recharged by it. It's a creative fountain of youth that we're creating, that we're inspiring, that we're, you know, collaborating on here in the woods. And so it's always going to be that, right? And what's happening here and what we call it and the parameters of it, you know, they're always evolving. I never want to keep doing the same thing. You know, if anybody knows me, that's not my vibe. I'm all about evolving. I'm always about switching it up. I'm always about keeping it fun and fresh. You know, even with Ghost Scouts, each year the format changed a little bit. And it's funny, each year the format would change a little bit and it would like tick off a couple of the people that came before it. This isn't what Ghost Scouts is. And then, you know, this isn't what Ghost Scouts is. I don't know if I agree with this and all this stuff, you know. It's really funny. You learn a lot about people when you spend a lot of time around them. I learn a lot about people in the workshop. I learn a lot about people in Ghost Scouts. That's one of the reasons I love to do it. I am just absolutely fascinated with human beings as a creature, as a creative creature in an infinite universe, as a creative animal, as an infinite animal in a creative universe. And we've had so many wild times up here. You can get a little taste if you go to YouTube. You're on the YouTube, hopefully right now, and the year 7, the training camp year 7, I filmed a ton, and there's basically a feature films length worth of little segments up on the YouTube. You can get a real behind the scenes glimpse into the flavor of it. There's nothing like being here, and nobody truly understands it till they really come here and experience it. But yeah, you can't really apply at this point for anything that's been going on. I mean, we might open that up at a certain point, but you know, we're really focusing on, you know, cultivating the amazing friendships that we have already. You know, if you're a Ghost Scout and you enjoy what goes on here, you are always welcome, and you know that. And all my homies, you know, if we're homies, you're always welcome here. And you know, we will be bringing in some new people from the, you know, workshop alumni. I'm sure, you know, if you're really interested in getting involved with what's going on here in the Ghostshrimp National Forest, you know, getting involved in the Ghostshrimp workshop is like the kind of probably the pipeline to get here. You know, other than that, it's just connecting with other artists that we organically connect with, right? We had some new artist friends that we had connect with over the past year come through. From the crypto space. You know, I've been making a lot of new friends in the crypto space and collabing with people and collecting great projects. If you don't know, then get in there and look for it. Like Twitter, if you're interested in you know, dipping your toes, wrapping your head around the crypto art space, you know, I'm involved in there on Twitter. You can check it out. That's where it still resides at this point mostly. But yeah, so check out the workshop. Oh, we just sold out the round 14 of the Ghostshrimp Classic Workshop starting in February. That is full. So we just opened up spots for October, right? We don't do it over the spring and summer at this point. Just keep that clear for family time and forest time here with friends and all that stuff. So if you do want to get involved in the Ghostshrimp Classic Workshop, round 15 spots are on sale now. Pre-sale $1,300. You know, we keep saying we're going to raise it. We are going to raise it at some point. It started out as $600. It's $1,300 now. So if you want to get on it, baby. I mean, sign up ahead of time. You know, through doing these videos and the Grammys and all that stuff, it's probably going to go. It usually sells out fairly quick. Last one actually didn't sell out, but that was an anomaly. And I have a feeling this next one's going to sell out pretty quick. So grab a spot, first come, first serve. We take PayPal, Venmo, credit cards. Fuck, we take Ethereum. We'll take Bitcoin. I'll take your Cardano. You know what I'm saying? Oh, shout out Bark the dog. We're representing BARC up in here. Another one of those absolute homies that met through Ghost Scouts, through hanging out. He's spent so much time here in the Ghostshrimp National Forest. He's on to the next chapter of his creative evolution, moving back to his motherland of the Philippines, and really pursuing his creative destiny there, connecting with great galleries and great opportunities, using that as a hub to travel the world and connect with other Ghost Scouts all over the globe. The greatest thing about this, I'm sort of the hub of this wheel that I'm creating with the Ghost Scout community, with the workshop alumni community, with all my friends in the art industry and beyond. And my goal was to connect all these artists and have them keep connecting. My goal with everything wasn't to just have, obviously I'm the center of my life, right? Everybody is. So I'm the hub of my wheel in my life. But my ideal was always to inspire other people to just become the hub of their own wheel, to replicate this in their own life, right? Like, my idea wasn't just like Ghost Scouts to be the end all be all. It's like, I have this wacky idea to create this dream summer camp, right? The whole idea with Ghost Scouts is to create this dream summer camp in my life. What would that be like? What would that entail? What could we do with that, right? And we've really explored that over the last 12, 13 years here in the forest, and had some of the absolute best times. But my goal was always to inspire other people to do the same, and Bark is one of the people that has really taken that to heart. He really understood the possibilities and the potential of what was going on here. He participated in a lot of the art residencies here, and he created his own Crab Conspiracy group on Patreon and Discord for a while. That arc has completed, that story arc, but it's still an active community on Discord. He really got that idea of being a community, a creative community creator. That's what we need to do. Not just pursue creativity in our own lives, but spread that creativity. Be a catalyst that makes those communities, sparks them off, inspires other people to inspire other people. That's how we change the world, as creative artists. Technology is coming along and making it, lowering the barrier to entry to become a great artist, right? I think there's more art being made in the world now than ever before. I was kind of anti-technology when it came to art, paradoxically, in the beginning of my career, but over time I've really seen that art is technology. Humans are technology. We are the anomaly. We are the singularity. We are AI. There is nothing artificial about it. We are natural intelligence. We are building more natural intelligence. We are building more technologies. I am all in on AI art. I am all in on digital drawing. I've been on the Cintiq for over a year now, and I'm absolutely loving it. Really embracing it, getting the kids iPads for Christmas with Procreate and Procreate Dreams on there so they can grow up with that cutting edge technology. We got the VR headset. Even though we live in the woods in a very rural, small New England community, my son is super adept at bushcraft. He can do do the, I'm forgetting what it's called right now, but when you're like spinning a piece of wood and fucking making fire, and he can do that like a champ. My son could actually go out and survive in the wilderness at this point in his life at 12 years old. My daughter is not quite as adept as him, but very forest savvy. And so we have a great mix of really, traditional human skills, like OG human skills that got us to where we are, but really embracing the next level of technology to get us to where you're going. Everything is technology, right? Humans have our technology and have evolved our technology. Our story is technology, right? So really embracing that. But yeah, what the fuck are we talking about? What are we talking about on this Monday morning? Going off on our side tangents, right? That's why I love to just really kind of meander around. We're exploring pathways here in the Shrimp for Breakfast universe. So yeah, you can't really apply for it at this point. It's invite only for the art residency. My girl Eleanor Macholka is gonna come up and do some kind of residency up here in the cabins. Ghost Fest is a camping proposition. You're bringing a tent, maybe you're bringing a stove, or maybe you're just cooking out on the grills we have here. We got like 4 grills. We have this little picnic pavilion and a VIP zone, And if this sounds dope to you and you're like, damn, I wish I could fucking do this shit, and maybe it's not in the cards to have you come out here, that means you're supposed to do it yourself, right? That's what we were talking about, right? Like getting inspired, inspiring other people. Like if something happened in the past that you wish you could have been involved in, if something's happening out there that you're not connected with and you wish you could be involved with, do it yourself. That's what I'm doing. I was like, wow, people are doing all this cool stuff in the world. What would happen if I ran my own dream summer camp for grown-ups in the forest, right? Like all the stuff we would do as kids, but now we can do it as adults, right? We can cut down trees with chainsaws. We can fucking shoot guns, like fucking stay up late, smoke weed in the woods, movies in the woods, watching Predator on a fucking projected screen out here in the woods. Playing basketball, shooting hoops in the sports field, going swimming, going hiking. Hiking the mountains of Vermont is always something we're getting up to. Definitely gonna rip a hike in the pregame phase of Ghost Fest this year. If you came to Ghost Fest last year and you want to attend, shout me out. Probably maybe have a little bit more people this year. Maybe flirt with 40. 30 we got like 25 to 30 people last year. We absorbed that pretty well. And I think we could have try to jump up a little bit, see what 40 looks like. So there you go. So all Ghost Scouts are welcome. If you enjoy it, if you don't, cool. Do your thing, do your own thing. I still love you. Let's jump into another question from this YouTube comments. A few minutes left here. Hey ho, at Regular Candy asks, hey homie, how do you prioritize your artwork when you receive a heavy workload, and do you manage to keep some time for yourself to draw on personal projects? Much love. In the way I do my work, kind of almost everything is a personal project. Like I'm always bringing my personal mythology to it. I'm only taking jobs that I want to take. I'm only taking jobs that I feel like are a good fit, like a great fit, that I can, where they're like, we love your work, we want you to do your thing on it, and it looks like this is going to be a fun challenge, and in some way, shape, or form. I'm always drawn in the sketchbook. I think the true creative gym for artists is the sketchbook. Always getting in there, working out, getting your ideas out, making room for new ideas. If you let ideas float around in your head too much, they get lost, they get old, they get stale, they get taken by somebody else, they move away to somebody else. You should really be working in your sketchbook every day, right? That's how you keep it flowing. That's how you live in that flow state. And then how does someone sign up? Oh, no. Wait, what the fuck? Wait, how did we hit back? God damn it. I must have hit back. What was the other part of that question? God damn it. What the the other part of that question was, how do you how do you prioritize your projects when you get a heavy workload? Great question. Again, come with those hitters, y'all. When I'm usually, I get a lot of requests for work, and a lot of them I'm already kind of priced out of. I mean, I'm really looking, for simple stuff in the 3K range. More detailed stuff 5K and up, as far as kind of any kind of illustration project stuff. Depending on what it is. If it's homies and stuff, if I know about it, I'm super hyped to work on it. There's a lot of factors that come into play. But for the animation stuff, basically looking for 3 to 4K a week, at this point, for jumping on stuff like visual development or whatever. And I'm always turning down work, even good work that I wish I could take, because I just am like busy, and I get a lot of requests. And I tend to like to take projects that have some breathing room. Like right now, like I really like to push the time frame and push the complexity and really push my skills. It's also fun to jump on simpler stuff. If I do, I would say my personal projects recently have been like in the crypto space, like my secret smokeouts. Like if y'all seen that Weed Venture Time I've been posting, all that stuff is like crypto stuff that I did a year plus ago, 2 years ago. It's hard to tell, especially in the crypto space. That was all for this Secret Smokeouts crypto project that I did. And then I also dropped this Rare Drawings. That's like an archival project. You can check those out on my Twitter and in my links on bio in Instagram and Twitter. You can check out those crypto projects, Rare Drawings and Secret Smokeouts. So those are kind of personal projects. Although the Rare Drawings one is archival. That's an older project that I did right when I got back from Adventure Time. And when I am working on more than one project at once, which is very often, I like to stack projects. I like to jump back and forth from projects. I feel like I'm more productive if I'm just working on one project. Like it's like, I don't know, there's something about having another project to work on where I jump back and forth. Sometimes I'll have 3 projects going at the same time, depending on the time frames and depending on the complexity. And I find it more stimulating and more creative, and they talk to each other, and there's a larger conversation going in the creativity of it. And that just seems to be it's really intriguing. It's really as you're always looking for new challenges in your creative career, right? I've been doing this for 20 years as a professional, and my whole life in various ways before that. So you're always looking for new challenges. If you're feeling stagnant, if you're feeling stale, like don't stay there. That's death to your creative to your creative life, to your creative soul. Like if you're feeling that flame dwindling and it's on the verge of going out, or if it's gone out, you gotta stoke it. You want like a raging bonfire going. You want a bunch of people around your creative bonfire, throwing in material, having lively conversations around your creative bonfire, right? A creative lifestyle is alive. You're talking with your artist friends. Your projects are talking to each other. They're conversing with all the other projects in the creative universe. You don't want to feel solitary, isolated, in a vacuum. That's not where the amazing stuff happens. Everything is a dialogue, right? Everything is like a dialectic in the creative universe. So how do I manage it? I mean, I just work, right? Like I have a schedule. Like before I used to work, 7 a.m. till, 8 p.m. plus every day, 6, 7, whatever days a week. Of course, as we talked about scheduling and stuff, there's been different eras of my life when I had different schedules. Now I'm a dad, so now I work more, 7 to 5 probably, 5 days a week. When I'm doing the workshop, I'm working 6 days a week. But I try to work less. I try to keep it, more to the 40 hours zone, just to be able to hang with my kids and have fun and be available. And not be stressed and stuff like that. If there's too much going on, and then I'm like if you're neglecting parts of your life, you'll feel that stress creep in, right? And again, we talked about that stress. That's an alarm system. That is an emergency warning to take a step back, look at what's going on, and make adjustments, right? And when we're talking about protocols and stuff, we're talking about habits and routines. We're talking about the ways in which you prioritize your time and streamline your life and all that stuff, so that you can feel balanced, you can feel centered, you can enjoy yourself, right? There's not a lot of point in living in a state where you don't enjoy your life, right? We have the ability to enjoy our life. That's got to be a part of it, right? It's trust me, it's a lot more fun. I've been stressed and anxious. It's a lot more fun to be, focused and productive, but having fun and feeling relaxed and good about it. So, you just set that schedule and you just stick to it. Right now I'm on that kind of, more 40-hour Monday through Friday vibe, but you just show up and you're prepared and you do the work. And I'm jumping on this one to start, it's priority. And then I'm putting a little time into this one, and then I'm putting a little time into this one. And then, you're just turning other projects down and you live with it, and you move through the projects, and the next one comes along. And I feel like destiny is on my side. Like when you're in your flow state, when you're on your path, you're going to find that, the fits come and the right projects come at the right time. And, and it all unfolds, even if it's like hard to understand in the moment. Looking back, it all makes sense, right? So yeah, hopefully that answers y'all's questions. Bam, we're going to be back again tomorrow. So put those questions in the comments, y'all. Have a great week.